Yo, Hegassen here, and I don't know what happened. I recorded all of this review, anime episode 908, and for some reason, all of the video and all of the audio was going out of sync. I'm not really sure what happened, so I really apologise for that. The audio was still good, so I haven't really got time to re-record it, so I will just have to do it just the audio and throw up a few more pictures than I normally do. Again, I apologise. I also apologise for how delayed and late these anime reviews. I've been very busy the last few weekends. I've been at con. Afterwards I was quite ill. I've had other things as well going on, so it's been quite busy, but now I'm getting back. I'm catching back up in the anime. Here's my review. Hopefully you enjoy it, even though it hasn't got all of the video footage and all of the edits that I normally do. But let's get into it. Last episode we had the Romance Dawn special. Before that we saw Trafalgar Law fighting Basil Hawkins, and then Luffy, Zoro and Akiku. They'd stolen the big food and provisions, the big treasure ship. They were going past. Law ended up on that ship with Zoro, quite angry, and it carries on from here this week. Law is understandably very angry, not just at Zoro, but also at Straw Hat, also at Luffy, because of the fact that Luffy has basically been in Wano for what, like a day? And in that day, he has already punched the sumo wrestler through a roof, a headliner's roof, hit the headliner, knocked the headliner out, stole a load of food, caused a load of commotion. Jack has been summoned, Basil Hawkins has run into them. Luffy has kind of messed up the more secretive plans of Kinemon that Law was following, and once again Luffy has been trampling all over Law's plans. So no wonder Law is a little bit annoyed. Zoro, he doesn't really care what Law thinks because he was just going by whatever his captain says. Zoro kind of agrees with Law because we see that a little bit later on where he has a little bit of go at Luffy, but he isn't going to take anything from Law. He's just going to be like, well, captain's orders, and then he'll say what he has to say to Luffy, but regardless he's going to go along with it. I do find it a little bit weird how kind of throughout this episode we have a little run-in joke with Law getting fed up at how Luffy is always helping the people and giving them all of the food, which is what this episode is all about, that we'll talk about in a second. And then at the end he's like, oh, it makes me sick seeing a pirate being so helpful, which is weird because of the fact that Law is like a surgeon, he's a doctor. He stated when he was fighting Hawkins that, you know, he doesn't really want to hurt people because he's a doctor, and yet he's angry that Luffy is feeding all of these people. It just seems a little bit weird contrast that his profession is all about helping people, and he's having a go at Luffy for helping people that were starving, that needed food and needed medical attention, needed doctors and stuff to help them out. So it's a little bit weird. I'm sure at the end of Wano we'll see Law with a little smile on his face, eating with everybody else, maybe giving somebody an apple, maybe giving Otama an apple. We saw Otama here with an apple, and it's very little cute scene between Otama and Luffy. Again, more of those scenes, and this is all what this episode was about. More of that kind of reinforcing Luffy's drive to want to help Wano, not just because of Kinemon, but because of what Otama did for him. Otama giving Luffy that bowl of rice is why Luffy now wants to make sure that Otama can eat food all year round, not just on her birthday, not just eating rice on her birthday, but eat it whenever she wants. An apple a day, that is what Luffy wants for Otama. And there were some really cute little scenes here, and we see the food, it arrives in Leftover Town, and everybody's digging in. There's some good stuff in it. It's not as dark as it was in the manga. In the manga, we see like the people of the town starving. We saw the little old lady we saw with the beads. She was sitting there with like a noose near her. There was a woman about to stab her baby, take her own baby's life. Don't get any of that here in the actual anime episode, which is understandable why they took it out, but also a little bit upsetting. It kind of showed how more desperate they were in the manga for food. We get all of the beautiful shots that we have of food as well. I still don't know what these things are. They look like coral. They're meant to be ginger or something. And if there is ever a vegetable growing competition in the Grand Line, it looks like the farmers of Wano are going to win. Look at the size of that parsnip. I also like how Luffy goes and gets some water, and in the anime episode, we actually see Luffy going to get the water. In the manga, he just turned up with it, but he does exactly the same as what he did in the manga. Batman and a few of the gifters, they chase after the food cart, and Luffy comes in with the water and slams it down on them, and we don't see them again. I'm assuming they are very hurt, if not dead. I mean, giant crate of water landing on your spine. I guess we have to say rip to Batman, unless he shows up again at some point. I very much doubt that they're dead, but it is weird that we saw them there. They got absolutely flattened, then we never see them again. Another thing that the manga expanded on as well was the actual people of Leftover Town. They're not just taking the food, they're also dismantling the cart, they're taking all of the wood, they're literally using everything to help their town. That was only kind of implied in the manga. You see Luffy sitting on the wreckage, but you actually see the people dismantling it in the episode. So, you know, little things that just expand on the story. Luffy then does the announcement that if anybody asks where this food comes from, say it was me, say it was Luffy-tarou. And that makes sense because even though all of these people, they're so readily eating all of the food and stuff, I'm pretty sure Kaido won't forgive them. So having the fact that it's got Luffy's name on it, Luffy-tarou, it puts the blame on somewhere else, which should hopefully, maybe, spare the town going forward. It ends with Law saying, all right, look, enough of this. Okay, you've done your little thing. We need to go somewhere. We need to regroup. Let's go up that mountain. Let's go to that abandoned castle. I need to show you something. I need to tell you about the ghosts of Wano. And we see these graves. We see one with Kazuki Oden on it, and the others have Kinemon, Kanjuro, Raizo, Momonosuke's name on it. What on earth does that mean? Well, we know because we've read the manga, but anime only people will find out in the next episode. And the next episode I'm very, very hyped for. Really excited for a lot of the stuff that is in the next episode. I've already watched it because doing this review because I'm doing them late, and I really, really enjoyed it. Definitely better than this week's episode. This week's episode, it was alright, it was fun, but it was mainly just the people eating the food. Not really much else to it. How would I rate it? To be honest, I'd probably only give it a blue tier. Hey, so thanks for watching. What did you think? Let me know about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed my video, maybe give it a like. And if you really liked it, why not subscribe? You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Twitch. Oh, and here's a related video you might enjoy, and something more fresh. I've been Hegassen, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!